There's a place in the San Francisco Bay Area that could fulfill a uniquely positive function in the escalating climate crisis. It has a rich history dating back to World War II for emergency mobilization to face an imminent threat. Its name is Alameda Point. For 57 years, it was an active naval air base. It now sits largely underutilized in the middle of one of the most progressive and innovative regions in the world. But what if now, 80 years later, Alameda Point could become an international icon for a different kind of war, namely the new war on climate change? What if a singular geographical physical place with a unique location could fulfill such a role? We think it can, and we call it the California Climate Action Center. The key functions to the Climate Action Center can be shown here. We essentially want it to be 5 things. 1. A hands-on, high-touch, interactive museum of climate solutions. 2. A showcase for investors and fellow innovators regarding carbon capture technology and other green tech solutions. 3. A hub for environmental organizations. 4. A green business incubator and green jobs generator. 5. A profitable green business in itself. Phase 1 of the program involves strictly the main Climate Action Center building. Here we see it in multiple views. Besides the 22,000 square feet of interior space, there's room on rooftops and surrounding grounds for other center activities. For example, in the lower right corner, you can see an amphitheater. This will feature a giant digital screen that can be fully seen in the daylight. Other live functions such as lectures, theater, and music performance could occur here as well. Inside, we have large rooms for museum space as well as classrooms and offices. The control tower room, with its 360-degree panoramic views of the surrounding region, will focus specifically on exhibits related to climate change issues and solution scenarios for the San Francisco Bay Area. It can also become a Climate Command broadcast tower that gives constant updates on climate solution projects worldwide. The main museum room will feature hands-on interactive exhibits that emotionally engage visitors in much the same way as the now famous Exploratorium Museum across the bay in San Francisco, shown at top here. A special focus will be on virtual reality exhibits that allow museum goers to immerse themselves into multiple high-resolution, high-sensory climate solution scenarios. Besides the main Climate Action Center building, there can be exhibits, demonstrations, and experiments conducted in the other surrounding airbase buildings. The Climate Action Center will also focus on zero-emission transportation, in this case hydrogen-powered ferry service for San Francisco Bay. Exhibits on new clean propulsion technology for all manner of ships and boats will be on display. Yet another major part of the Climate Action Center will be the Climate Cadets, a youth jobs and apprenticeship program. Perhaps the most important technology to be featured at the center is a revolutionary new technology from McAllister Industries. Shown here is a new industrial device called the hydrocarbon splitter that essentially transforms carbon, mostly from biomass, from being a greenhouse gas environmental villain into a critically needed environmental hero. It does this by monetizing the captured carbon and turning it into large profits. We won't go into details here, but when HC splitters become operational, they will, because of the profit motive, spread rapidly and become a worldwide environmental cash cow that can essentially finance the entire climate solution movement. This brings us now to a reality check moment. It goes something like this. The undeniable sad fact is that despite all the talk, We're stuck in a global emergency and we're running out of time. We need to move. We need to systematically spawn breakthroughs. We need to implant into the popular consciousness the idea that a future world much better than what we've had before is possible and is now within our grasp. The Alameda Climate Action Center and similar ventures elsewhere will address this need. It will nurture breakthroughs like the HC splitter and cultivate hope in the minds of all who visit that the future is bright and worth looking forward to. Alameda will be put on the map, and its climate action resiliency plan will be off to a flying start. We hope we can count on your support. Thank you.